What's up, course hero? Welcome back. Today I want to show you, I have been making videos about new Zenler and I've been showing you tips and tricks, but what I want to do today is show you the full picture of how someone would enter your funnel, and from there how do you start sending them emails, and then from there how do you try to sell them a course, all within new Zenler. So let's get started. I'm going to show you a step-by-step video on how I do this. First, as a student, I'm going to show you a demo of what a landing page would look like, what a checkout page would look like, a course checkout page, and then I'll also show you on the back end how I have set that all up. Stay tuned and let's get started. Alright people, let's start on the front end, right? I'm going to show you what this experience would look like for a student before I go ahead and show you how I set this up on the back end. So here I'm in Google Chrome incognito, and what I want to do is I have created a lead magnet funnel where basically I'm giving away a free PDF download in return for their email address, and then I'm going to market to them all within New Zenler. So here's my page. I haven't really touched this. This is built out of the box, or I'm basically using a pre-built template, and I haven't edited anything on this. I have other videos that I'll link to where you can watch how to edit all of these elements on a page. What we're going to do here is just click the button. It's a two-step opt-in. So step one is I click this button. Step two, I enter my email. So I'm going to enter a disposable email here. Let's copy this email, go back here, paste it, and then just put my name, and then I just click on the button which says yes, I want to grab it. Again, all these elements are completely customizable, so have at it and check out those videos on how to do it. Now, if you haven't signed up for your free school with New Zenler, make sure you check out the link in the description below. You can set up your school for free today, where you can do all of this out of the box for free. All the features are included in your free school and you don't have to pay a single penny. So check that out as well. So here's my cheat sheet. Again, you can delete this button if you just want to send it to them via email and not send them to the thank you page where this button is. You can change the call to action on your thank you page, and you can maybe just have a join our Facebook group or something like that. Now, when the user clicks on this button, they are shown their download, and you can even copy this URL here and then paste this URL maybe in your email link if you're sending this to them via email. Now, here's what has happened on the front end for the student. As a student, if you deleted this button, then I'm going to go check my email, and you can see here's that first email that came through right away. Thank you for requesting your freebie. I am doing all of this within New Zenler without using any third-party platforms. So here's the first email. Thank you for signing up. And again, I haven't customized the emails. I just want to show you the experience, and then you can learn all of that for signing up to my free course on how to customize everything. But here's the link. If they click the link, this link was for a live webinar, but basically I'm kind of repurposing that same email to show you how this would work. So we can go back here to my I don't know if I lost. Okay, so here's my temporary email. Now what I have done is I have set up 4 emails to fire on day 1, 2, 3, and 4, and those 4 emails are going to be leading up to a launch email, which would be where I sell my digital course. So they just signed up for my freebie. Once they finish the freebie or they've consumed it, they're going to forget about me most likely, but I'll keep sending those emails to remind them of an upcoming course, an upcoming offer. And this is how traditionally it is done in this industry, in the online course industry. Now, because I want to make this video quick, I'm triggering these emails on 1-minute intervals instead of doing them at a 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day interval, because this video will take forever to complete, right? So this is basically going to be 4 emails, and I've already done the work here. So I'm going to show you another one of my disposable email inboxes to show you what this looks like. You can see that all these emails fired within a minute of each other. So I had the thank you for requesting your freebie, then welcome email 1, educational email 2, pre-launch, and then the launch email. Now, before I show you the backend system on how I set this all up, what I want to show you here on the launch email is how does this look for the student, right? The student got this launch email. they're excited, you're maybe offering them a special price. I'm going to click on this, and this will take me to the sales page that I've also built in New Zenler. So here's the launch email, and again, kept it very simple, but you can change this if you want. Sign up for the free course. So I click on this, and this takes them to my sales page also built on New Zenler. And then here they can go through this, they can kind of check out the page, see what your course is about, and hopefully you have a really good sales page design. This is all out of the box. I haven't used a single piece of HTML code. I've used drag and drop elements and built this page from scratch. And if you are in my free course, I show you how to do this. So then I can either click on the learn more button, or there's an enroll button here. So I can enroll in this button, and then I'll show you what happens once I enroll in this button. All right, so I'm on the sales page. As a student, I've decided, okay, this looks cool, I want to go ahead and purchase it. So what I'm going to do is click on this enroll button here, and this is linked to the checkout page. And again, I'll show you the back end. It's super easy to set this all up. And now I have 3 pricing options, but say you only had the $100 pricing option and that's your course, but we're going to pretend that I am a beta student, so I'm getting this for free. So I'm going to enter a coupon code here, which was also created within New Zenler, apply that, and now you can see I don't owe anything. And then I can go back in here into my email. I'm going to hit buy, but again, it's free. And then now I am brought to another page, which is kind of like a bridge page where I'm trying to sell them one more thing. So they did redeem the free course or the coupon for the free course, but what if you want to sell them something else before you take them to the final course access page? So I've built that extra bridge page here, which says, wait, your enrollment is not complete, check out this one-time offer. They can either continue to course from here or here. So these are the steps that your student is going to take, and then finally they are brought to their registration, where they can just fill out this form, create a username and password, and then they're on their merry way to consume your content. And then these are all the courses that I've given them access to. This is the one that I just purchased, so I'm going to click on it and I'm going to start consuming the content. And again, so as a student, you can see how seamless this was, where I opted into a funnel, then I was put into an email sequence, then I was pitched a product, I bought the product, now I'm in my product, and now I can start consuming it. And if you had your communities, you can also enroll this person into a community that could be attached to this course. Now here what I need to do is there's also a help thing I have put in here. This is a third-party piece of code that I'm using, this product called Birdseed, which was an AppSumo deal, but you can add codes onto your course curriculum page where maybe you have a ManyChat chat widget or a support widget where your students can click that to seek help from you. So I have that here, and then basically everything else is pretty industry standard, where they can click the start button. You can customize the curriculum look by going into colors on the back end and playing with that. But again, you have your welcome lesson here. I can play it. I'm going to mute this. And then you can also, your students can control the quality and the speed right here of the welcome lessons. And then you can full screen it, control the volume, and then of course you can click on next to go on to the next lesson. So click next, and then the next lesson in the module is what they will see. So that was the student experience. Now let's hop onto the back end and see how I built everything that I just showed you. Okay, back end system of New Zenler. Here's how I did everything. So the first thing I did is I went into marketing funnels and created a new funnel, and that was this freebie download funnel that I created, and you can see it's already showing that it has 4 leads. Now when you're creating these out of the box funnels, you can again change everything you want to in there. I'm going to go to funnel steps to show you the steps I took. Here's my funnel steps. I have an opt-in page and a thank you page. So let's go into my opt-in page. Again, I did not edit anything. This video isn't about to show you how to edit things. It's more about how to do a holistic approach within New Zenler so you don't have to use third-party systems. And what I have here is on this button, if I hit the settings button, there's a action here which says open pop-up. And then if I go into that pop-up, this is the 2-step opt-in process that I have. And then if I click on this button's settings, then here I have basically, it says post submit action, just move them to the next step. And then in the email list, you can select which email list you want to automatically enroll these students in. So let's say we want to put them in the New Zenler webinar email list. And then as a next step, once they submit this form, the post submit action is go to that next step, which is this one right here, the thank you page. Now you could add as many steps in here as you wanted. So from the opt-in page, you can take them to maybe an upsell page. From that upsell page, you can maybe take them to a downsell page. Then from that, you can take them to a thank you page. So you could keep adding steps. And then every time you add a step, just remember, so let's say I add a new step here, and let's just pick a pre-built step here. And what I can do now is on the thank you page, I can add a button which says take them to the next step. So you don't need to know the URLs of these next steps. You basically go into the editor, and every time a submit action happens, you tell them to go to the next step. But you can also grab the URL if you wanted to, and then change this to go to link and put that URL in there if for some reason you don't want to use the next step option. So that's really how I did this part. Now there was something else that happens. So let's go back into our marketing funnel, and here the next step is automation. So here are all my leads. I can look at all the leads that have come in, and that's going to open a new window which basically goes into site and all, and then automatically applies that funnels filter in here. But here are all my leads that have come in, and you can see how they've come in. This person is a lead, this person is a student, because this is the one that we just signed up for the course. So the interesting thing here is it automatically knows the difference between a lead and a student, because it's using that same email that was already in your system and assigning them as a student, and the system is referencing, making sure, okay, here's this email that came in. Where else does this email exist within your New Zenler school? And in our case, it exists also as a student and a lead. So that's why this person is showing as a student. Now, to show you what I did with the email automations, I can go back here to the funnel itself and go to automation. And here I have set a bunch of automation rules. So I can go in here and edit these automation rules to show you. Now, first thing that I have done is within funnels, everything happens on subscribe because someone is subscribing to your funnel. And this is same as an email marketing, a traditional email marketing. When someone signs up to your email marketing funnel, they basically get put into a drip campaign. So essentially you're doing the same thing here. First thing I'm doing is upon 0 days from subscription, which means immediately, send them a thank you email. And this is basically saying thank you for signing up for my freebie, for my webinar, whatever it is, and cheers. Then I apply a tag, and that tag is called freebie. I'm not planning to use this tag right away, but I want to apply it so in future I can filter my communications based on that tag. And I'll show you in a second how to do that. Then I have my day 1, day 2, day 3, and day 4 emails. And how you would set them up is you'd basically just say delay after 1 day from subscription. So right now I have 1 minute because I want to make a quick video to show you instead of waiting 4 days. But you would put in your days here, or you can even plug in a date and time instead of number of days. Now this would come into play if, let's say, you're leading up to a launch date of say December 1st, and now you just count backwards from that, and you want all your emails to go out on particular dates. And remember, it's automatically going to pick the time zone that you are in. But if you want to change that time zone, say you are in Australia, but all your students are in US, you can pick the US time zone to send those emails out. So once you have set up all your automations, the next step, you basically completed the first part, which was getting people into your funnel and then putting them through an email sequence so they can buy your digital product. Then the next step would be to go into courses. And this was the course that I used. And now you design the course sales page. So you'd go into pages, and again, here you get 4 out of the box pages. You get the sales page, checkout page, thank you page, and course access page. On the course itself, you cannot add more pages, but you can always go to site, you can go to pages, and then you can add any page here. And that's what I did. If I go back to my marketing funnel, on the back end, I had plugged in a URL. So let's go to this funnel right here, go to its automation, and within that automation on the day 4 email sequence, I'm going to edit the automation rules. And on day 4, this sign up for free course, if I click on this URL, this URL was not for my course sales page, but it was for a specific page on my site. Now you could do either or, whatever works best for you. If you do it this way, where you're redirecting them to a site URL and then to a checkout page, there's some added steps for you. But if you're okay with just sending them to a course page, then that's completely fine too. I chose to do this for this particular demo because I already have the page built out for my sales page. But essentially what you would do is in your final email where you're selling this digital product, you can either one, send them directly to the checkout page by grabbing this URL right here. So I can just copy this URL, or you can send them to the sales page of your course if they haven't seen the sales page before, or the reason why you'd send them straight to a checkout page is maybe your sales page isn't done, or you're in beta and you're giving a special beta offer where you're telling them, hey, my sales pages are not done, but because of that and because my course is ready, I'm giving you a discount and you can go straight to the checkout page and pay for that course. But I'll show you how the sales page looks right now. So I can click on preview, and this is what my sales page is looking right now. Again, I've built this from scratch in new Zenler. There's some sliders here that you can see. There's a GIF here I've added, some cool boxes with icons, and all of this is again out of the box. You can do it without code. You don't need to hire a developer, and you can completely manage this on your own. So on your course sales page, I have this dynamic block called pricing, and this dynamic block directly links to the pricing of your checkout page. So they would literally just click on the button and that will take them to your checkout page. They put in the checkout their details. They can pay with PayPal or PayPal credit, which was recently added, or they can pay with Stripe, and it automatically remembers my card if I have used this before. And because I'm not in incognito, that's why it's automatically pulling in all my details. And then I can also enter my coupon code here, which was one-time discount, and apply that. Once they've applied a coupon, if you have provided them with a coupon, they can click on buy and then access the course like I showed you on the front end. So then what I had done is, in my case, I had used the site and I had used pages, and I had redirected my users, my potential students, to a very specific page, which was this one right here. And on this page, essentially I linked the button to the course's checkout page. Again, if you don't have to do this step, if it's too confusing, you basically just follow the course pages step, but I'm showing you both ways of doing this thing. So once this page loads, what I have done is I've gone into my courses. Let's go back to courses for a second. Picked the URL for the checkout page of my course and copied that URL. So if I go to this particular course that I'm showing you for the demo, I'm going to go to pages, and then I'm going to go to the checkout page, copy this URL. So I've copied the checkout page URL, and essentially I can put it anywhere on this page. So say I want to add a new button. I'm simply going to add a new block. We're going to call this let's do a call to action block and use this one right here. And then here again, you want to give your students call to actions on after every couple of paragraphs or after every viewport. A viewport is basically this area that I'm viewing right now. So once I scroll down, after a few scrolls, there should be another button. After a few scrolls, there should be another button, because you don't know when your students are going to be ready to buy. But when they are ready to buy, you should be right there, kneeling on one knee with a ring in your hand, so you can ask them to marry you. That's kind of like the idea. And let's go back up here. So this is the new call to action that I just added. So I'm going to edit the button. And then in this button, I'm going to simply go into settings, choose an action to go to a link. And that link is going to be the one that we just copied. And I want it to open in a new tab. And I'm also going to add an icon to the left. And let's see if I can find a hand icon. This one looks good. I'm going to add this. I'm going to go to style and increase the font a little bit. So I'm going to go maybe 28 on the font. So that looks more bolder, more in your face. And I'm also going to change the design to make it this floating button. Actually, let's go with the 3D button. Or you know what? I'm going to go with this one right here. So now this has two icons, one on the left and one on the right, but I don't want the right left icon, so I can change that. I can go back into settings and remove that icon that I had just added. So I'm going to say no icon on the left. And let's see if this works. Just select none. Perfect. Now this button is linked to my checkout page for my course. You would not need to do this again if you're simply using the course funnel. I'm not using the course funnel. I'm showing you an advanced way to do this. If you're using a dedicated page on your site to drive traffic to, and basically you want to just use that one page and then send people into different branches based on where you decide to send them. So that was a little complex way. Again, you don't have to do this, but I do want to show you the power of New Zenler and how you can do all this cool stuff using just one platform. So now I've saved changes. We can hit preview and we can see what happens when we hit that button that we just created. So I can go down here. Here's my call to action button. I click it. It takes me to the checkout page. And then here again, we're back at the same page where the student puts in their payment details and then pays for your course. And then you can also add them to a community. So that was it for this video. Just wanted to show you the power of New Zenler and how you use it to your advantage without relying on multiple tools, learning so many different tools, and you can do it all in one platform. Also, just to remind you, New Zenler right now is in beta, which means you get in on the ground floor of something awesome where you can ditch all your other tools, use this one tool and pay for just this one tool. So if you want to find out more about how much it costs, how long the beta pricing is going on, I'm going to put a link description below. You can check out that link. The link is getnzlr.com/bonus, where you can find out all the details, grab my bonuses, and grab onto the New Zenler train. And there you have it, course heroes. This is how you can do everything under one umbrella without using Zapier or any other third-party softwares. So what are you waiting for? Jump on the bandwagon, make use of this special beta offer. Check out the links in the description below where I have all the links listed out for you. And if you get the beta offer through my special link, you get 9 awesome bonuses. So check that out as well. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the flip side.